Welcome to the Henry Schaefer Theater Talk for Broadway Camp's production of All Shook Up. Here before me, I have the cast and crew members. If you guys just want to go down the line, say your name, what school you go to, and your part in the show.
Hi, my name is Ashton Ferriello. I am the thinker, ensemble, and the conductor, and also dance captain, and I go to Broad Almond Perth High School.
Howdy, I am Ben Hittrick, and I play Chad, and I go to Broad Almond Perth as well.
Hi, my name is Michaela Dorsey. I am female ensemble, and I go to Saratoga Central Catholic.
Hello, my name is Taya Hearn. I played the warden and female ensemble, and I go to Shelmont High School.
Hey guys, I'm Amelia Allen. I'm Lorraine, and I go to Niskayuna High School.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm in the pit, so I play the music, and I go to Troy High School.
Hi, I'm Katie Kern. I was the assistant director and spotlight girl, and I go to Troy High.
All right, we're ready to take questions from the audience. Does anyone have anything they'd like to ask? Yes?
How did on the back of the bar, how did it appear? Like,
How did the back of the bar appear?
no, how did the gas station?
How was the gas station on the back of the bar? Who wants to take it?
Okay, so there was one platform and the bar. Well, there was a platform and the bar was in an L shape so the table could sit there, and then when you turn the unit around, the gas station was there, basically.
Turning set piece.
Yeah, it's a turning set piece.
Great. Any other questions? Yes? Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Oh my gosh, no words can describe how much fun we all had. It was we became a family over the amount of time that we did, and I'm gifted to be with these people, really, truly.
I'm really all shook up about it.
The entire camp was 4 weeks long for them, so they're in their 4th week now, and yeah, I think it's safe to say that they've all gotten very close.
Yes.
Any other questions? Yeah. How does this differ from your high school theater experience? Whoever has the mic, this is in school, guys.
I would like to say it differs from your high school experience, because with high school, you usually have more time, but less hours in your rehearsals. That's how you say the word. So with regular rehearsals at our school, we usually go about 3 hours a day for 4 days a week. But here we go 5 days a week, but 6 hours a day. So, and between here and high school, there's a level of professionalism because these people have experience, they basically taught us everything we know and changed our idea of what professionalism meant with theater.
Compared to my school, this has been very, very, very professional. Working with people who are very passionate about theater and working with people who want to help increase your knowledge of how to be a better actor, be a better singer. We get to work with Peter, who is our music director. We get to work with Steven, who is our director. And and it's been an amazing experience. And I haven't really gotten that through my school. Being here, I've increased my knowledge in acting tremendously.
So in high school, some people may join for different reasons. They might join because they have a girlfriend in the drama program and they want to see them more. But whatever reason. And here, we all join because we love theater. And we're all here for the same reason. And I
Didn't
think
know who
that's-
the girls were beforehand, so.
No. You got me there.
Give it to Amelia.
Okay, so Ben basically said what I was going to say. Everyone is committed to being at rehearsal every day. Like, I know 1 week, and during this week, we had an after rehearsal. So everyone is committed to being here and spending their time of the summer. No one is forced. And yeah, that's basically it.
And another thing that changes about this rehearsal and high school rehearsals is that at our high school, me and Ben's high school, and probably other high schools, when they say after rehearsal, people at our high school are usually like, oh, not another after rehearsal, not that. Like, we're so tired. But literally, us here at Proctor's, when they say after rehearsal, we're like, let's do this. I'm ready. I got this. Give me. Yeah, bettering ourselves.
Any other questions? Yes.
Ask them if they have read other plays and what would be your favorite, or what you would like to appear in sometime.
So what other plays have you read? What's your favorite, and what would you like to appear in?
Okay, let's just go down. A play or musical, is that okay?
Is a musical okay?
Okay.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, true. You got a point there. A musical I would like to appear in the future is American Idiot by Green Day. It's one of my favorite musicals. I love the soundtrack, I love the band, and I love the story. It's one of my favorites. And, yeah.
So this has to be probably my favorite musical, but I'd have to say my favorite character is Donkey from Shrek.
You were Donkey.
Yeah, and I was Donkey 2 years ago, and that was probably one of the most fun characters I had.
A dream come true to be a donkey.
Of course, it was great.
Honestly, I really like this musical because everybody's involved, including the ensemble. But one musical that I really, really wish to be in the future, and hopefully I will, is Heathers. So, be Veronica, hopefully. I don't know, something like that. Okay.
My favorite musical. It's between Flashdance and Cabaret. But one I want to be in the future, oh, golly. Everything? There's so many. Well, Dirty Dancing is coming, and I sure as heck want to be Baby, so. There we go.
So one of my favorite roles was probably playing Sebastian last summer in The Little Mermaid. That was a really fun character to play, and it had a lot of personality. Future shows, like Mickey, Heathers, but there's so many shows that I haven't even listened to yet, so I really can't say that there's a favorite of mine.
Well, one of the shows that I like to really play in, I'd really like to play in Kinky Boots as one of the shows I'd pick, but one of my favorite ones has to be this one because I've never got to play rock and roll music before, and I've really enjoyed that. I've played jazz, but not rock and roll, so.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Well, favorite role? Sure.
And it can be backstage if you'd like.
Well, the only ever role I've actually had was in a play called The Perfect Dog, where I was Becky. So that has to be my favorite role so far. And I think the show I would love to work on would be Wicked with everything backstage. That would honestly be really
Which
cool.
position backstage, which role?
Anything? Literally anything. You'd be amazing.
Okay.
Flying monkey. That'd be cool too.
Any other questions? Oh, so many. Yes, you in the front. How did you pick your parts? Who wants to go over that?
Okay, so back in March, I think it was, we auditioned for the show, And it was a very long process. I remember being in this room for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we're just sitting there with our books, and we're drinking water, and we're shaking. And we got up there, we sang, and I think there were a few callbacks and stuff like that. But
Everyone was called back.
everyone was called back.
Because we only did the music and the dancing one day, and then we went back for reading lines.
So it was a very long process, but overall, we didn't choose our roles. The director and the choreographer and like the manager of Proctor's all got together and they talked and they videotaped our auditions. So they went back and listened to what roles sounded best according to us.
Yeah, that's,
So did you sign up for that and then you did the camp? Like, was everyone in the camp in the play?
so was everyone in the camp in the play, and as an audition, was that your way to get in? That's the question.
Well, sort of like it was, we signed up, well, for at least the orchestra point of view, we signed up for it. I did it online, and then I sent in an audition tape. So it wasn't, I don't know if it was before.
I just showed up.
Basically. Ben, you want to take that?
So first of all, I really like your jacket. Kind of reminds me of my jailhouse outfit. And second of all, it was a little bit different for me. I actually didn't go to the first 2 rounds of rehearsal or auditions. I was in a play at my school, and somebody from here came to see my show, and they liked the 2 of us, so they told us to come audition, and sure enough, here we are.
So there was a big audition in March, but also there was not many guys that came out, which tended to be a problem for us, which is why we ended up searching for some. Another question? Yes?
Prior to this, did any of you have a love of Elvis, and now that you've done this, do you have a love of Elvis?
So did you have a love of Elvis before this, and now that you've done this show, do you now have a love of Elvis?
I'm just going to take this one for now, since I have.
Of course you can, Ben.
So I actually have a band outside of school, and one of my band members is right there. And we actually do some Elvis songs, and, you know, my parents raised me right, so I do like Elvis.
Yes. Love him.
Another question from the audience? Yes?
What's the most interesting thing you learned during the production?
What's the most interesting thing you learned during the production? I'm gonna think about this.
I learned many interesting things. I learned how the whole acting process works, how like audition works, how to properly produce a resume, how to properly produce a headshot. Well, get a headshot. You got to pay someone. I'm not talented. I can't take pictures. Okay, I'll just stop talking. Oh, and something interesting I learned. Here's a tip. Never wear 3 pairs of clothes under one outfit. Because it's not a good deal. So,
Gets rather hot under the lights on stage.
it's not fun.
Something that I learned is that I think everybody on stage and everybody backstage, I'm categorized as a lead, but I think that everybody on stage and everybody in the pit and everybody backstage, we're all leads. And I think the ensemble, sure, they're ensemble, but only they can play, I think, like 5 different parts at the same time. And I think that's incredible.
Things that I learned, how to quick change in like 30 seconds. I've learned that everyone backstage is not against you. They're definitely trying to help you. From the second getting off stage from Jailhouse Rock, I have people that are like throwing costumes at me and trying to give me stuff, and then it's back onto stage. So everybody is there to help you. Everybody is there with the same love. No one's there to outdo anyone. Everybody wants to get to the same place in the future. So making friends is definitely always something that you would love to do during theater. And also learned that hairspray is your best friend throughout this entire thing. Who would have known?
not the musical Hairspray, Aquanet. But quoting our director, Steven, the one thing I learned, if you're on stage, I can see you. You have to be prepared with everything. You have to act, you cannot swing back and forth. You have to sit there in character, posture, projection. Words. To the words. Like it's Hubba Bubba.
It's comedy.
It's comedy. Be funny.
All right, guys. Don't badger him too much.
Sorry, Steven.
Okay, so the most interesting thing I think I've learned is how to ride a bike in a dress and saddle shoes and trip but keep going. But going back to what Ben said, I'm quoting Monica, I see you back there. When everyone's on stage, we have separate roles and some are higher and some are lower, but as soon as we get off stage, we're like this big family and no one, there's no like status level. So, yeah.
Well, I've learned that I really want to continue to go on to this as a career and everything, and working with professionals, it's really taught me about how to be a better musician and everything.
Well, I don't know. I think I've learned a lot. I mean, I never thought that working backstage would be such a cool place to be, but there's so many things you can do, and well, there's a lot of props to make and a lot of props to keep track of, and spotlights are fun and hard. But, you know, there's a lot you can learn, and I kind of want to go on because there's so much that you learn, and you learn something new every single day that you're a part of this kind of thing. It's just every day, it's something new.
You get to boss people around.
Well, I get to do that too, but
All right,
nothing.
we have time for one more question. Yes?
Do you guys have a funny or embarrassing moment?
Do you guys have a funny or embarrassing moment? I think we have a few.
Okay. Okay. So, if some of you remember, you know the statue garden? That was me.
He was the thinker in the middle.
I was the thinker, and I remember getting the costume. I walked in, they were literally like, okay, here's your thinker costume. I tried it on. No, and they're like, oh, and then Steven or someone said, oh, and you can't wear anything else underneath besides like granny panties, and I was just like, okay. And then I remember walking around, because we had our first dress rehearsal, and I remember walking around backstage to get to my spot, and everybody was laughing their butt off. But I was like, and I was just okay with it, because I didn't really care. And forgive me for saying this, but my first thought was, so this is how girls feel when they're objectified.
Ashton, you don't say that!
That was a good one. That's funny.
I can't control them.
Well, I'm not going to say anything like that. I think my most embarrassing part of this entire program is I was never really embarrassed in front of the cast and crew up until yesterday. During our performance, I forgot the biggest line that I had in the show, and I'm standing there, and I'll react this for you. There's something special in all you folks. Luckily, our good friend Maria is sensible enough to cut me off there.
She played
So-
the mayor.
She saved me.
Your face just...
Well, mine's probably not as funny as that, but mine was kind of saddening. We have a dance that we do in between the set change from the museum into Sylvia's bar. And we do partner dancing. And I was dancing with my partner, Nathaniel Hall. And we do this part where it's basically he spins me out, and I have to come back in and rest my left hand on his shoulder and get ready to do a roll. So my left hand got stuck in between us, so I tried to take it out, and I completely slapped him across the face. And I tried to redeem and his face was just like... Yeah, but he kept going, and the moment I got back up from doing the role, I had the look in my eyes of, I'm so sorry. But that was it for me.
I have another. Oh. I have another incident of hurting someone. Yesterday, during the show, when I was giving Benjamin here his guitar, I got a little too aggressive. I literally stood up and I was like, wham! And then
With the guitar.
and his face, it was like,
Right in the mouth.
and then he played it off so well. And afterwards, right before Act 2, he was like, you know you hit me with the guitar, right? And I'm like, what? I had no idea. Yes, I did.
No, it's not like I need my mouth to sing or anything.
Which is why I feel guilt.
Okay, so funny and embarrassing moment. We were doing All Shook Up, and Riley, who plays Dean, was pulling me to go under the bridge because Mayor comes by and says, Dean, where are you, Dean? And I fall, and I couldn't get up for a good 30 seconds. He drags me under the bridge. And so basically, it took me another 15 seconds to get up because I had like this huge petticoat underneath, and it was a mess. But
I remember that because she fell. He dragged her, and he was basically like this the entire time. Like just looking. And I was like, you good? And he's like,
We're professionals, it's okay. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, since no one really gets to see me, I don't really have any embarrassing moments. But I mean, knowing when you have to play and you're like the only one playing and you're like completely either 1, out of tune, 2, not playing the right notes, or 3, not even playing the right rhythm, or 1, you didn't even come in. Yeah, that's an embarrassing moment.
Well, see, I get to see everything from where I sit, so I have quite a few stories.
oh, am I going to be in one of them?
I think we should just stick with one, Katie. Just one. Pick your favorite.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. So there's this one part where Lorraine and Dean, they're at the top of the unit, and they're supposed to, scream the other's name. Dean says Lorraine, Lorraine, and Lorraine says Dean. So they get up there, and instead of saying Lorraine, Dean Dean says his own name. I think that has to be one of my favorite moments so far. Or can I say one more? Just one?
Quickly.
Okay. So the clown doors, when Ben comes out of the clown doors, and I'm so sorry for this, he burst through, I think it was one of the first times, and just, huh? He was like, forgot my line. That's all. Good.
Even professionals forget their lines. Thank you for joining us today for the Henry Schaefer Theater Talk. Please come back for the next School of Performing Arts production of we don't know what yet.
It's next year.
Moving on. Thank you very much.